Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerOptions.com, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to recap some of the names that I've been sharing with you here in these free videos, and the first place that we can get started is WYNN. Now, of these names, and I was kind of highlighting some of these gaming tickers last week, but when you look at the idea, there was 3 of them that I brought to you. In WYNN, this is still holding up just fine, and the extension of this move has held, and I think it's still, you saw the momentum shift today. I think it's still due for a little bit more of a bounce. Now, this isn't one that I've chosen to play, but it still looks okay. When you take a look at MGM, this one never really gave me a reason to come in and buy it because it broke the level that I was looking at. So when you look at these, you try to look at it and say, okay, here's a level, here's a spot that I'm trying to buy against. Let me see if some of my smaller time frames can shift to begin to work with that idea. And that flat didn't happen in MGM. If we take the third of this list and then come back over and look at LVS, this is really, I think, the better of the 3, just because you've got a little bit better trending pattern here. So this is a name that I'm involved with. Of the 3, this is where I've chosen to actually come in and put some cash. And if nothing else, I think the low that you put in on Tuesday will really help you define your risk. So I am a buyer of this anywhere from the current prices down into the low of 79.05. I'm targeting 82 and a dime on that, and then maybe we get another setup as we head into earnings. So that's a recap of the gaming names that I've been looking at, and then 2 other airline symbols that I thought might be worth mentioning. Same thing here, just kind of see how these trade. I'm involved with one of them, but I thought I would mention both because when you look at DAL, you've got a pretty key area of resistance. You can see major swing high, major swing low, and anytime you're kind of stuck at that 618 retracement, it just tends to be an important psychological area that in this case is still holding as resistance. But it's the same thing of thinking that possibly you will catch a bid into earnings and that this is a decent spot to at least be considering your entry on the daily. And then one place where I actually am involved is with Southwest. So admittedly, these may not have the very best patterns, but I'm not going to come in and buy IWM, something that's sitting up here at brand new, screaming lifetime highs. I'm trying to come in and find something that hasn't had such a drastic move higher yet, and maybe that will offer a little bit of opportunity to the long side. So with Love, like I said, I did get involved with this one. I'm looking for the squeeze to fire long prior to earnings and ideally carry us up into 55, though I will manage prior to that. I will still like the idea all the way down into 50. So there's a recap of some of the old, some new symbols to consider, and I hope you find that helpful with your trading. One other thing I wanted to make sure that you were aware of, and depending on when you are viewing this video, tonight, June 20th at 7 p.m. Central Time, John will be doing a new free webinar on his strategic combination that he's been using for these indicators to really give you a nice picture of what to look for these certain setups and where to use each of them. So something I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, I use these day in, day out, and I'm looking forward to see what John has to say about them. If you'd like to join us, you can sign up by visiting the homepage at simplertrading.com. There's the option to sign up there down at the bottom, and I hope to see you in tonight's webinar.